Are they still building excitement over here at Pontiac? I don't think so. Right? This not a super exciting 10-second 0 to 60 Bonneville is waiting for you, but that's not why we're here on a Sunday. Hello and welcome to the Sunday Rant on a drizzly, cold day here in beautiful Lafayette, Indiana. And other than building excitement, we have a few things that I need to say. So this week, a number of articles came out. I don't know why they all came out in the same week, but they were talking about these wrecks that have been happening. So there have been a number of accidents where truck drivers are parked illegally, presumably, either on the side of the road or on a shoulder, a ramp, an entrance ramp, that kind of thing. And so there have been accidents. People have run into the trucks. And a number of drivers were then speaking out in the comments saying, well, you know, what are we supposed to do? There's nowhere to park, so we have to do this. I don't want to anyone to ever use the excuse of, I have to do this unsafe thing that may get people killed because, you know, I don't know what else to do. That we can't use that as an excuse and then say, oh, well, I'm a consummate safe professional. The one accident in Texas, you know, is reported to be a truck driver that was parked in a ramp to a rest area, and that driver was supposedly over the line in the driven portion of the road. I talked about that here and on my award-winning podcast. Without lights, in the dark, and a pickup truck hit the semi. Now, you cannot tell me that, you know, oh, they're just blaming the truck driver all the time. That cannot be the case. It is not expected that while you're driving, there's going to be a truck parked in your lane, not much less on the shoulder. We can't say people should watch. I saw that. People should watch. No. I mean, if you're driving down the road, do you expect a truck with its lights off to be in your lane? That accident, the driver of the pickup truck, so the police say, was in the travel lane. He was not off the road. Now, the Greyhound accident, which was where? Missouri, Illinois, right over there somewhere. Those trucks were parked on the shoulder also, so it's not as clear what happened. Either way, as they commented, it's illegal. Park on the shoulder, okay? Or to park on these ramps where these trucks are parked. I know some states may allow it. Those don't. So we cannot go out there and try to say they're just trying to blame truck drivers. That is not true. They're blaming truck drivers because truck drivers are parking in places that they are not allowed to park. As long as we continue to do that, they will not fix the parking problem. It's the same with pay and everything else. As long as you continue to work without pay, they have no incentive to pay you. All right? As long as you continue to park illegally, they have no incentive to fix the parking problem. Oh, yeah, they talk about it. Buttigieg, oh, we got to look into this. There got to be something we got to look into. Yeah, that's it. That's as far as it goes. That's ridiculous. But I'm not going to sit here in the drizzle and allow people to say they're just blaming truck drivers. And they want to, somebody said, well, what happens when they don't allow, you know, let's not go places. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's not deliver food or whatever. That's ridiculous. Don't park illegally. I've said that many times. And now here these come out and say, well, you know, truck drivers, we have to do something. Well, what? So you can just park in the travel lane? So you can just driving and like, no, I'm really tired. I'm just going to stop right here in the lane of travel. And that's it? And you just stop there? I don't think so. That isn't right. And we can't go out and say that and say, I'm just going to park and everybody else can just look out for me. That's not how safety works. All right, if you cannot park in a safe spot, you need to call your company while you still have driving hours and give it to them and say, hey, yeah, there's nowhere to park. What do you want me to do? And I would do that in writing also after you call them. You need to write that out, that there is not parking. Because we need to put this on them. Right now with these drivers parking illegally, I think, and I'm not a lawyer, right, that it's going to be on the driver. And the company is going to say, hey, we don't say anything about it. We, you know, and we don't tell them to park. You got to put it on them. Give it back to them. Say, there's nowhere to park, and I don't want to park illegally, but if you tell me to, I'll do it. See what they say about that. If you guys tell me to park illegally, then I guess I'll do it. And see what answer the company comes back with. But as long as we continue to just park anywhere, just willy-nilly, random all over the place, there's not going to be much of a change. They're putting up a few hundred spots here and there. There's not enough spots. I agree with you. There's not as many off. There's not one for every 11 trucks because some trucks don't need parking. They're putting every truck into that. I don't need parking, okay? I park at a terminal. So a lot of people don't need to park. But there is a way reduction in the spots versus the spots that are needed. We just can't park just anywhere, though. Say, well, I'm out of hours, so I don't know what else to do. Well, what else you can do is park soon. Maybe you have to park after 9 hours or 8 hours. What, Mark? Yeah. Well, I can't do that because of my pay. Right. That's exactly right. That's how they make you do it. Give it back to the company. There's nowhere to park. Tell me where to park, or I'm going to have to park in the spot, that kind of thing. Let the company decide that. Let them eat that problem. Let them eat it, and then they'll fix it once they regurgitate it. Can we say regurgitate here? I think so. Until it's their problem, it remains your problem. But I'm not giving anybody a pass for parking illegally or unsafely. I'm not. Park legally. Don't come out there and, they're blaming drivers. No. They're blaming people that are parking illegally. That's who they're blaming. And that's who they should blame. Right? Right. All right, more on this on the podcast. And we'll be back soon with more driving excitement on Trucking Answers.